for kind of a 1-3-1 or a 1-4, pending if Rogue can get some of these carries like the Akali off the ground.
And we've seen so many aggressive early games across, especially SK, Selfmade stepping up. We've got Kickus and
push priority for trade priority.
You can hear on stage now calls from this member ready. Look for an engage potentially.
I think he was spotted
on level 2. Kickus has been spotted out. The red buff is there. They thought the Lee Sin started topside. They fell right into the trap, and now Gorilla's going in. He's looking for the first kill. Kickus burning down slowly but surely. Hasn't gotten it yet. First blood cashing in, and that's what you want to see if you're a Misfits fan. There's a level 4 Lee Sin there as well with the red buff, so kind of a freebie at this point in the early game.
Yeah, I think this is a great call because they did it on Fevevin's back with his teleport. So he has the buy advantage. He immediately refreshed, has the mana, is back in lane. He says, man, I got complete control of the mid lane. This Akali hasn't backed.
An interactive game of League of Legends right now. Just put on the back foot.
Yeah, and unfortunately, like you said, put on the back foot, and with the Vamp Scepter, he can just sit in that lane. This may be an extended trade.
Prophet getting aggressive. The Ignite was used there. Senkux has to be careful. They're going to freeze him up, block him in, kicking him back. It does have the trap, but it's not enough. Don't let him push his buttons, and he just can't do a thing in the mid lane.
And that's creating a beautiful safety net for Hansama and Gorilla to play so aggressively. That's going to be the third control ward that Kickus is going to come across.
Hansama, though, being forced to cleanse out here.
I'll run.
Caught a little off guard. Senkux, they're just going to point click him down, but here comes the Tom Kench trying to split this play out. Maxlor incredibly low, and they're going to run him right down. Senkux striking back here against the Misfits jungler.
And there's the trap.
They are there to cover their mid laner as the gank comes in. And Maxlor spending a little bit too much time in the mid lane, starting to get predictable. Rogue ready on the response. Hansama with no cleanse, but Gorilla's not worried. He's going to start the fight. He's going to kick it off. Draven ultimate comes out. Hansama just throwing free autos in desperately. They try to save EQ, but Wadid is the man in the line of fire. Hansama cashing in. They might look for one more. Not going to risk tanking the tower. Kickus is on the way. Second Infernal as well on the snowballing Draven. This is the nightmare scenario for Rogue. How are you going to get that 1-3-1 started if Draven can kill 2 members of your team at any given moment?
And I thought for a second that, you know, the pressure had been alleviated. Hold on. I believed in the flash smite. It wasn't there, though.
Kickus is a brave man, but I don't think he's away. It's going to be difficult. Once again, not possible quite yet, but things are looking fantastic for this Misfits lineup, and it's not necessarily the aggressive bot lane style that we expected when we saw these two names.
No, I mean, it started from minute 1 when they decided to have the Ghost Leash from Maxlor. He was there when Kickus decided
to lose something in a way. Rift Herald now summoned. Another tower is going to fall for Misfits. We are 15 minutes into the game, and already we have a 3K gold lead. It is going to grow more as the Herald collapses, and also double Infernal, 2 towers now broken. It's a difficult spot to be in.
And they're forced into a very scary fight that they must play perfectly.
Knockup gonna connect. Once again, Hansama, the man you have to watch. If the Draven goes down, they stand a chance of winning this fight. The Dragon, though, in the eyes, is going to go in the favor of Maxlor. Now the engage comes in from Gorilla. He wants to keep this one going. Maxlor's on the backside for Hichu. He's going to shut that 80 carry down with Deed forced away from the rest of his team. And that means that Hansama just gets to tear through this Rogue lineup. Maxlor moving in for a bit more, but it is absolute dominance here from the Misfits.
It is just an absolute steamroll. They have priority and position on the mid lane. The creep wave comes in behind them. Triple Infernal, 2-item advantage on the Draven, and moving down for not 1, but 2 mid lane towers. Everything has cracked open for Misfits.
And once again, triple Infernal. You just have to say it again. Look at the items on this Draven. Look at all that flat AD, getting those multipliers. Hansama hits like absolute nightmare material right there. For Misfits, once again, they got everything they wanted in the draft phase. It would appear the dominant lanes, everything now paying off. They've been, they're going to have to buy a little bit of time as Prophet tries to get something done. EQ Wadid on the way. Is going to get locked up before he can use the glacial path. Now will be taken down. Not enough as the shutdown goes in on Alessandro Grill, looking for the re-engage. Hansama remains untouched, but he's left on his lonesome. The lifesteal is there for a brief moment. Senkux needs to make it to safety. Gorilla going to drop on the backside. Burning down as Kickus finally manages to find a kill. An absolute bloodbath as Prophet runs for his life. 1 member of Rogue down to the 2 members of Misfits, and that is the best you could hope for.
Yeah, best case scenario for Rogue, and that's what we want to see. You want to see the Abyssal Voyage make use of the high mobility and start picking out members in those side lanes. That said, still a win for Misfits because they end up with the tower, and that's really just the gold lead speaking for itself. So eating up so much time from Rogue.
Oh, immediately going to go in for the knockup. Is he? Oh, still manages to make it out. Minor fumble, but Senkux on the hunt. Wants to make his way in, does jump right back in. Shroud does go down. Ulti now coming out as Senkux needs to get out of safety. He doesn't have any escape breaths left. Oh, God! That is the Draven damage you never want to see. 1 shot, 1 kill. Hansama makes it look easy. Monster on Draven.
I mean, Hansama's a good Draven player, but I'm just going to say, if he's 5-0-1 with a 3-item advantage right now, I think I could do that.
That's like saying all the montages where someone has 17 kills and then kills 3 people aren't cool, Frostgurn.
I'm just saying, he walked up and he honored Sion as he's just led through a stroll through the jungle.
They're playing Mr. President right now. Hansama is Mr. President. We got the Secret Service surrounding him. As long as the President lives, everybody's happy. Except for Rogue. Rogue will be dead if the President lives. It's rough path.
Oh, now with the Baron and with closer to 25 minutes, it's going to get that much easier for Misfits to end the game. I was going to say that with this type of lead and at 25 minutes with every cannon being spawned per wave, they probably wouldn't need Baron.
Oh, denying the engage on a Feb event. Here comes the Sion off to the side. So is looking for a way in. Gonna get the 1-man, 2-man knockup. Now Maxwell trying to make his way to safety, gets the kickback, hits multiple members. Gorilla with the chain CC. It's clean, it's pretty, it's what you want to see. And Hansama here to clean him up. All too easy for the Fed Draven. Gorilla's even feeling a little bit more. Ooh, forcing out the stopwatch, buys a bit of time, but the knockup not quite perfectly timed. Does not matter in the end. Misfits are not playing around in their first game. Cutting through Rogue. 13K, 14K gold lead to end their first game.
8-0-2 on Hansama's Draven. Just threw down the gauntlet in one of the fastest games that we've seen all day. That was games done quick.
Really speed running League of Legends. A few minutes off the best time, but damn, looking so good in that first game.